Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to Waves and Rides, the channel where we talk all things cruising and theme parks. My name is Ryan, and in today's video we are ranking how well all the parks do the holidays. That's right, in today's video we are ranking how well every theme park does Christmas and Halloween. Now in today's video we'll be ranking how well these parks do the holidays in terms of the decorations, the entertainment, the food. Now this is my last ranking video, do not worry, this is my last ranking video that I will be doing for a while until I have any updates that I want to share with you guys. We will be changing up the format going forward, but I just wanted to put out one more ranking video for you guys. So again, this is just in order of how I feel these parks do these holidays. It's not that any of these parks do them bad, of course, by any means. This is, to me, just my opinion, how well they pull off these holidays. So let's go ahead and jump right into today's ranking discussion with our first pick. So for my first selection, in last place at number 6 is Christmas at Universal. So Universal and Universal Islands of Adventure celebrates Christmas much like every other theme park does. However, to me, this one is only in last place, not because they do it bad, but to me because every other park does the holidays better. Now, for me, I do wish Universal did a little bit more. In terms of their decorations, it does seem a little bit basic. If you go around to the different areas of the parks, it is very heavily themed around the Grinch, especially in the Whoville, Dr. Seuss area. They turn a lot of things into a Grinchmas, which is not bad. I love The Grinch, one of my favorite movies of all time. But it's all very heavily themed around the Grinch. But when you go to like the Harry Potter area, for instance, they have it very beautifully decorated for Christmas. Now the decorations, again, are pretty basic. There's nothing outstanding. There's nothing that this park blows you away with. They do have some entertainment. They do have some shows, some character meet and greets, especially, of course, with the Grinch. Very fun interaction, by the way. We have had a chance to visit Universal around Christmas time, and interacting with the Grinch is just so much fun. You never know what you're going to get. Very well done character meet and greet. Some shows that they'll have, some Christmas shows, some holiday musicals and some sing-alongs and things of that nature. They do, I believe, have a Christmas parade. But to me, this one is just in last place simply because there's not enough Christmas for me in the Universal parks. I love Christmas. It's my favorite time of the year. I do wish Universal did it a little bit better. Now, in terms of the food, they do have some holiday offerings. They have some Minions treats in themed of Christmas. They have some Grinch treats. So they do the holiday themed sweets very well. I do wish, again, they had more offerings. They went a little bit more into the holiday season. Again, they don't do it bad. I just wish there was more of it. That's, I guess, what my biggest gripe would be, is that I wish there was more. More decorations, more entertainment, and I would say more food as well. Coming in at number 5 for me is Christmas at Six Flags. Now this one, surprisingly for myself, I was ranking these holidays at the parks. I was shocked that Christmas at Six Flags was this low for me. This is the one that I celebrate the most often, having Six Flags being my close local park. I actually really love Christmas at Six Flags. Holiday in the Park is one of their best times of the year, where they pull off the decorations and there's lights everywhere. Of course, there are Texan-themed Christmas decorations around the park. I was surprised it was this low for me, but it's just a matter of how well the other parks do the other holidays, and we'll get into those in just a moment. Christmas for me at Six Flags is a spectacular time of year. I love going around Christmas time. Holiday in the Park, again, is one of my favorite seasons. The decorations are great. They put lights everywhere in the park. It's fun to see. Each area has a slightly different theme depending on what the area is. There's Western Texan themed decorations everywhere. And one of my favorites, where they have the lights everywhere, is actually behind the barbecue on the way toward where the Texas Giant is. Every tree is covered, absolutely covered in Christmas lights. And that's actually where they put on one of their shows, the Christmas light show, with those lights on those trees dancing essentially to different Christmas carols, different Christmas songs that they'll play throughout the night. It's one of my favorite things to see. I absolutely love Christmas light shows. And the fact that they have one here in this area, it's one of my favorite things to do is sit there and watch the light shows. But of course, Six Flags, as at any time of the year, they always have a stage show or some musicals going on around the park. Always fun to watch those. I know that they've changed it throughout the years and what those shows are, but they're always so much fun to sit there and watch. It takes a quick 30 minutes out of your night to sit down, kind of rest your feet a little bit, and enjoy a fun Christmas themed show. Always a delight there. And then of course the food. For me, my favorite, of course, every single year we have to get it, is the kettle corn. I absolutely love the kettle corn here. It's a tradition for us at this point, getting the kettle corn every single year. They also have s'mores with the fire pits around the park. It's just fun to see how well themed the park is, with the lights, with the food offerings, with the s'mores and the fire pits everywhere. The kettle corn is sold around the park. There's hot chocolate sold at different places. Of course, you can meet Santa Claus. I believe you can meet Santa at every single one of these parks as he makes his visits around. But I absolutely love Christmas at Six Flags. Holiday Park, again, is my favorite time of the year. Again, a big tradition for us, as it is my local park. We go almost every single year. I have to get the kettle corn. That is my one go-to stop every single time. And then riding the rides. Of course, Six Flags is known for the thrill rides. So riding the rides and getting that cold air in your face is a absolutely fun feeling. I love having that feeling every single time we go. So that is Christmas at Six Flags. Coming in at number 4 for me is Halloween at Six Flags, Fright Fest. Every single year, Six Flags does Fright Fest, and to me, they do this one very well. To me, they do Fright Fest, I would say, now Halloween is not my favorite time of year, Christmas is, but I feel that Six Flags does Halloween a little bit better with Fright Fest than what they do with Christmas. The theming for Fright Fest is always fantastic, how they get all the scary and spooky Halloween decorations up in the park. Fright Fest is, of course, a tradition of ours. We go almost every single year. Now, for me, I don't necessarily like being scared, but it is so much fun. If you go during the day, of course, take the kiddos. There's a ton of stuff to do for them. Activities, trick-or-treating with the different characters. They can always, go around and get the candy that way. Enjoy some rides during the day. It's very fall themed, very kid friendly. And then of course at night, this is when all the scary stuff comes out. There is a certain time, usually around 6 or 7 p.m. and they'll notify you within the park that it is time for all the scares to start. So that way you get out of the park in time for the kiddos, get them home, and then you can enjoy the scary stuff at night. That, of course, they have the haunted houses all around the park, different themes. They always change them up, but there's always some sort of theme around, whether it be pirates or clowns, which of course is my least favorite. Pirates or clowns or just different themed scares. So definitely check out the haunted houses there. But of course, they do Halloween very well, very scary. They have the decorations all around the park just to kind of keep you guessing around every single turn. And again, those haunted houses at basically every part in the park where they can fit one, they try to get one in. And then just enjoying the rides in the nice fall weather, of course, is always great. Now, the entertainment, of course, going back to those haunted houses, they do also put on Halloween shows. So different areas around the park, they'll do different musical numbers, musical shows, so they are still very entertaining to watch. And of course, they keep it scary, they keep it spooky. They always have to be playing Michael Jackson's Thriller. They're always doing something just to keep the scares and thrills up, even in the shows. They do the shows very well, where the characters will be dressed up as mummies or zombies or something in the Halloween theme. They do that very well. Now, the one thing that I will say Six Flags probably does not have is Halloween themed foods. From what I hear, I do hear rumblings that this year, 2025, that Six Flags will be doing some Halloween themed treats this year. Now, I don't know what offerings they will have, but of course they always kind of dress up a little bit. Their normal, crowd favorites like funnel cake, They'll dress it up for Halloween and things like that. But from what I hear, this year they're supposed to have some Halloween themed specific treats. So they might maybe adding some food options there. But they overall do Halloween very well. They keep the scares going. Of course, it's not my favorite time of year, but it is done very well, and the costumes are always great on the performers. The haunted houses are always good. It just, wherever you're at in the country, I'm sure your local Six Flags does, very similar. They do it very well. That is a very big part of Six Flags is the Fright Fest season. I would say it's an even bigger season for them than even Holiday in the Park. It is a time where they get a lot of business coming into the park because people like to be scared, and they do it very well. So they come in at number 4 on my list. Coming in at number 3 on my list is Halloween at Disney. So Disney World in Florida, Disneyland in California. This is where they slot in. To me, Disney does Halloween very well. What I like about Disney's Halloween is that, as opposed to Universal and Six Flags, Disney does not do these super scary Halloweens. In fact, it's even in the after hours event, Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. They keep it spooky. They keep it family friendly, safe for the kids to enjoy a little bit of spook. Nothing overly scary, and of course always in the theme of the Disney characters. So whatever characters are out there that fit the Halloween theme, they are out and about at the fall time at the different parks. Now Disney of course does Halloween very well with that spooky piece. Now the decorations in the park are always fabulous. I love the fall time decorations at Disney with the Mickey pumpkins everywhere, the brown, golden, yellow leaves filling the park on both coasts. They do the decorating and theming very well. And then of course on the entertainment side, Disney does the after hours events. In Disney World, they have the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. And in California, on the West Coast in Disneyland, they do the Oogie Boogie Bash in Disney's California Adventure. So both of these after hours events are essentially a Halloween party where you can go around, trick or treat, meet some characters, always themed in costumes for the typical characters, and then it's always a great place to meet the villains as well. Some characters that you may not see all the time at just a regular, run-of-the-mill day at the park. You may not see some of those villain characters out. They bring them out specifically for the Halloween season. So it's always fun to see those characters as well. And then of course they put on their Halloween parades at each of the parks as well, which is always a fun way to see the characters come through, to see the characters like the Mickey and his friends, the Fab Five, wearing their Halloween costumes, as well as those villains coming through, or any character themed to Halloween. Of course, Jack Skellington and everybody from Nightmare Before Christmas comes out at Halloween time. You get to meet Jack, you get to meet Sally, and those meet and greets and in those parades. Overall, they do the entertainment very well. Even in Florida, I believe, at the Not So Scary Halloween Party, they even put on a Hocus Pocus themed show where different villains show up. Jack Skellington, I believe, shows up in that one. But they put on an overall great party, great theming, great entertainment for the Halloween season. And then, of course, what is Disney without the sweet treats? They go all out for the Disney foods. You'll see a ton of sweets. Of course, Halloween is the time for candy and sweet treats. So they get any sort of sweet treat that they can make a Halloween theme. They definitely do it, and they do it well. So the Halloween themes are not, anywhere lacking in the Disney parks. To me, which is why they fall at number 3 on this list, ahead of Six Flags, because again, it's not overly scary. It's not that they do anything scarier than Six Flags does. To me, the theming, the entertainment, the treats, just the overall Halloween family-friendly, spooky events just surpass that of Six Flags. To me, they do Halloween very well. Keep it fun, keep it lighthearted, but bring in the family friendly spooks is always a great time for everybody. Coming in at number 2 on my list is Halloween at Universal. Out of all the theme parks, I believe Universal does Halloween specifically the best. It comes in at number 2 on my list. There is one holiday, one park above all for me, but Universal and Halloween, for me, go hand in hand. Universal is, of course, known for their Universal monsters, all the movies made by the studio itself. A lot of them lend itself to the Halloween theme. Of course, their theming is fantastic. They go all out for the decorations around the park, for the scares that they do around the park with the performers. It's always top notch. Now, those performers, of course, go into the theming around the park. When you get to the entertainment side of things and get to the actual haunted houses, the themes are always fantastic, no matter which coast you're on in Florida or in California. They're always themed to what the kind of recent movies are, the recent horror movies that are out there, or different themes like that. They keep it very gory, very scary, very much in what you would think of as a Hollywood makeup artist making a monster, making a scary looking character for a movie. They really put that effort into the theme park scares as well. The effort really shows up here. That's one of the things that why I feel they do Halloween the best is they're putting that movie magic in your face in person, for those scares in the haunted houses, those scares and just walk around the park. They really put the effort in when it comes to for the decor, for the decorations, the performers, those shows, the haunted houses. They do Halloween very well. Now, of course, they do also have their Halloween themed treats as well. To me, this is not their main focus, obviously. They do put some around the park just so you can enjoy. There's not too many from what I've seen just in years past. They really put all their effort into the theming for the haunted houses. Is kind of where all their priority goes. And then the performers throughout the park and the scary kind of zones that they have where all the decorations differ in different themes throughout the different areas of the park. Overall, they do Halloween to me the best. They put all the work in to make it super scary, super spooky. This is the one out of all the 6 rankings here. This is the one that we have yet to experience ourselves. We have been lucky enough to experience all the holidays at the parks except for this one. This is one that I do want to check out, Halloween Horror Nights in Universal. On either coast, I really do not mind. I want to check and see the quality of these haunted houses myself. I've seen the videos, I've seen how well they pull this off, and I would love to see it in person. Again, to me, they do Halloween just the best, but they come in at number 2 on my list. Coming in top spot, number 1 on my list is Christmas at Disney. Does not matter which coast you are at, whether it be in Florida or in California. To me, Disney and Christmas go hand in hand. It is the perfect fit for Disney being family friendly, where the Christmas time just fits it perfectly. To me, Disney does Christmas the best. I have been fortunate enough to visit the parks around Christmas time and see the parks in person be so dressed up for the holiday season with wreaths all over the place, garland everywhere, ornaments, lights, the giant Christmas trees that they put up in different areas of the parks, and then seeing the castle lit up at either park is something really fantastic to see, and how all out Disney goes in making sure their parks look so amazing, dressed up for the holiday season. It is fantastic to see all the effort that they put into the decor in the parks. To me, the castle parks are some of my favorite parks, as you know from my previous ranking videos. I absolutely love the castles, and seeing them dressed up for the holidays is one of my favorite things. And even the parks that don't have the castles at them, they are still well dressed for Christmas and having trees everywhere, ornaments and lights, and it's just so fantastic to see. Now the entertainment, they are second to none when it comes to entertainment on the Christmas side of things, with the Christmas parades that they have going. They even make it snow on Main Street. So much fun to see. That is one of the best things that they pull off, is just the magic of the holiday season. Of course, Disney and magic go hand in hand. Christmas and being a magical season goes hand in hand, which is why it fits so perfectly together, in my opinion. Again, Disney and Christmas goes hand in hand. They are the perfect match when it comes to park and holiday. and just again seeing the effort that they put into their shows and seeing the characters dressed up in their holiday best and just kind of the magic of the season with the magic of the park is something spectacular. You have to check out for yourself if you haven't done so already. I highly recommend it. There's always fun offerings around the parks. They always have some sort of live entertainment, whether it be musicians playing, some show going with the characters, a parade, again, like I said, where it's snowing on Main Street. There's always something to see that keeps the holiday vibes alive in the park throughout the day. And then, of course, what is one of the biggest holidays for sweet treats and one of the biggest theme parks for sweet treats without having those holiday themed treats at Disney? Of course, they have them all over the park. My favorite, we actually got one on a recent visit, is the Mickey gingerbread. Was fantastic. I'm usually not the biggest fan of gingerbread, but the way that they make it is so fantastic, where it was so soft and the perfect right amount of ginger. It wasn't, overly, too gingery on the bread. It was just very well made, and that is a crowd favorite from what I understand. People who visit regularly always line up out the door for the bakery on Main Street getting the Mickey gingerbread. We were lucky enough to get one, try it, and it was fantastic. Of course, they have other sweet treats around the park with cupcakes and cakes and all sorts of candies. The holiday themes are not lacking at Disney when it comes to Christmas in the park. Of course, they have the after hours events at Disney for Christmas as well. Not just in the Halloween season, but at Christmas time. The Very Merry Christmas Party is something that I would say you have to experience at some point, where the park stays open late. There's extra shows, extra parades, and extra time to meet those characters, possibly even ride some rides. But seeing those characters again dressed up in their holiday best, you get to do all of that with the holiday season. Again, the magic of the time of the year, the magic of the park itself is fantastic. To me, Christmas at Disney is second to none, which is why it falls in number one on my list. I absolutely love Christmas time at Disney. Again, it is the perfect match. It's a match made in heaven to me. But that's my ranking video for today. I want to hear from you guys. Now, have you visited these parks at these holiday times? Have you experienced them for yourselves? Do you enjoy Christmas or Halloween better? Or, would you have these parks ranked differently than mine? I'm very interested to see what you guys have to say. But again, that's my ranking video for today. Thank you so much for joining along. I look forward to seeing you guys either on the waves or in the parks. Thanks so much.